set up the TikTok here too. Let's see, that sounds good. Choose another one, gaming.
TikTok.
What'd you say?
All right, let's just upgrade Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah,
Let's
you should
update.
get it. You should might as well have Fantasy Grounds on you, man. You know what I mean?
No, I have it, but it's just it doesn't have the new update.
Oh, all you gotta do is just do the update then, right? Is that?
No, yeah, just do the update. I only own like all the fifth edition books, the Suede books, Pathfinder, Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Yeah, so you got,
90 modules to update.
bro. That's not that bad. I'd have had it done by now if you'd have been ready.
If I had real internet, I'd be done.
If you had real internet, you'd be done.
Hmm. I'm using my Hilton Honors free Wi-Fi.
It's pretty
Right.
ratchet, if you ask me.
I've said, yeah, it's extremely ratchet.
Huh. All right, so let's see what we got here. We've got you guys and got me. We're live. We've got a whole ass Fantasy Grounds thing here open, except for not for you, Eric. Right? So let's
It's
talk
coming.
about your characters and let's be serious for just a second here. We've got Eldrick Ashenheart. That's your new character, huh, Tim?
Yes.
Let's hear a little bit about this character. But keep the secret secret if you would. But like tell us a little bit more like appearance, kind of how people are going to learn about him. How is I don't know, just whatever you can come up with off the top for what you're thinking, and then we'll kind of discuss that some more.
So you don't want
No
the.
spoilers.
Well, he's kind of a rough looking dude. You can tell he's gotten into some fights in his past. He's got a bunch of scars. He performs his task as a guard, like pretty gruffly. Like he doesn't like talk to people. He tries to get his stuff done and doesn't interact with the public in a way that would make you think that he enjoys his job. But um, he is fair and he he only goes after criminals. Like he doesn't do anything shady.
Okay. So he's a lawman, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I mean he's a guard. He's a town guard, and he does his job.
Okay.
I guess I'm not sure like what exactly you wanted from that.
No, that's fine. We're just talking kind of about who you're going to be who's representing you in this next iteration of our D&D type games.
Yeah.
I mean that's good. So he's a kind of a tough guy. He's he enacts the laws for the warden of the main city. We're going to be starting him as a summoner. And then Eric, let's hear a little bit about Brother Levere.
Yeah, I'm playing an alchemist, who's a healer, so I can get away from, kind of the magic aspect and still be a healer. Yeah, I'm kind of toying with the backstory. I mean, in my head, I had him as a younger guy, just kind of like a regular guy who knows some like alchemy stuff. I'm thinking about giving him a troubled past. Maybe he had some sort of issue in town when he was younger, and now, he's trying to be a little bit more reformed and on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. And then he has a friend in me as well, right? Like there's the healer in town that you have talked to that'll help to guide your path. At least has maybe helped you get straight and narrow from your troubled youth. Is that
Quite possibly.
we
Quite
talked
possibly.
about that a little bit. And then anybody watching, just keep in mind too, the world is a reformed world of our last game. So our last game, apocalypse happens, cataclysms, tectonic shifts, things of that nature. Monsoons, tsunamis, tornadoes, the forgetting of all the other of the old age and the old wisdoms and different everything's forgotten. We do that curse, and then we come back 2,500 years later, and we're in this place where, though magic is still apparent in some forms of life in places, the use of it and even sometimes the carrying of magical items can bring on the zealous inquisitors who are hunting out and sniffing out magic use and magic items to bring to be destroyed to the Queen's Tower, which is basically the center of the city. It's actually built into and added onto where the original dagger board was in Summerside in the D&D campaign. So, and the dagger board, if you remember, was a pretty decent sized tower at the time. So it went up and it had multiple rooms. It had its own courtyard and like training set area. And there were other places. It's one of the oldest buildings in town that it actually expanded it to as well. So it's a pretty extensive piece of real estate that she's taken over. This queen is a long line of a bunch of queens over 2,500 years. It's the same family that just keeps the queen in power, it seems like. Kings don't seem to last. It's almost a curse on the land that can't keep a king in house. There's been a few times when people who claimed noble blood had come to try to take on the throne, but it never seems that a male seems to stick. It's famine ridden, lots of disease, like rampant disease, poor people, obviously not enough food. It's just it's a very, very dramatic difference between the streets and then the upper nobility or like merchants of the town, like the people who have the more like grossly amounts more money than the common peasants for sure. But yeah, it's the largest city left in the world. It's the largest bastion of civilization left in a world gone wild. There are a few other towns around. They're just not nearly as big, and none of them claim to have the queen in it. So, as far as mechanics go, it's very similar to Dungeons and Dragons. We're gonna have the D20s to roll, and those will help us see how stuff goes. We've got one of the other biggest difference though is that instead of like using D20s for everything as far as the just attack or whatever, like melee or long distance attack, they have combat maneuver defense and combat maneuver bonus. And the combat maneuver defense is how hard it is for a combat maneuver bonus to work against you, and that's things like trip or other stuff like that. That you might do in game versus just a straight attack, and that's really that's the biggest difference. And then there's just a ton of pluses and bonuses you can get and items and different feats. There's just so many options for building your character to be like a lucha libre or whatever you want it to be.
So what is
I don't like it.
Fortitude, reflex, and will? Like I'm just looking at the combat sheet here. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know what I'm looking at, but there's like flat-footed A, and the rest is cut off. I don't know what
AC,
it is.
so it's you can expand your sheet a little bit. It doesn't do it. It's not
Yeah, I tried. It doesn't. It just stays the same.
That's interesting. I'm gonna close it and try to see it. Wow, that's really interesting. Let's see what the menu does. Yeah, if you hit bottom left, it says mini on the bottom left. That's nice to have too. And it's actually all those stats in one little box. It's your strength bonuses. It's strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma bonus. It's your saves, which is going to be fortitude, reflex, and will versus constitution, dexterity, and wisdom and before. So those are your saving throws now instead. And then you have your base attack bonus, and you have melee range, and your combat maneuver bonus. So if you're going to trip an ally, or there's a whole list of what they are.
At New Ichiro, he not playing Fortnite LOL.
But there is a bunch of stuff you can do. So basic initiative. Flat-footed is if you are caught off guard. Touches if they don't need to penetrate the armor. They just need to be able to get slapped.
They don't need to do what to the armor?
Penetrate the armor, like to get through it. Like if you feel, they just have to touch
you. You had me at penetrate.
So if they cast a on touch spell or something.
So hey guys, thanks for joining. We're playing a game. We're kind of playing a game. We're actually just talking about the game.
At Muichiro, no, it's a roll.
This is called Pathfinder. It's a role-playing game, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. And what we're doing is, you can see more of the screen over on one of my other places, but I'll move some stuff around for TikTok to see better too. So like, there's a character sheet, combat tracker up. All right, so where were we then? So yeah, so that's like most of the differences. I mean, there's not death saves in the same right. Like you have wounds. I mean, you still get saves. It's just for fortitude save, I think, right? No meeting. You have a bunch of skills. Like, did you do all your skill points correctly, Eric? How many skill points does the alchemist start out with?
12. I don't know. Something.
Well, it's going to be your.
I looked at one point.
intelligence
My skills
modifier.
are right. The
No, you
the
get more
skills
than
that I have on there are right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Oh,
I can't remember if I done it right. You guys want to see my contraband? This here's what I travel with, boys.
dice.
You know it. You can tell I've been playing. I brought these to play Savage World because I got 2d6s.
Mm,
You get a free d6 when you roll.
yeah.
Out the window.
2. Okay, so it's 2 plus 4 times 4.
I'm really just. I don't have a better idea than Stanley.
Yeah, bro, you got 32 points to spend.
You know, he just. You know, it's like his tea's gone cold. He's wondering why he got out of bed at all. The morning when the
No,
morning rain
no,
is clouding up his window.
No,
He can't even
no,
see at
no,
all.
No. You have a bunch of skill points to
It's
still
so
spend.
good.
How could he spend that many skill points? There's not even that many slots for me.
It says Alchemist in Pathfinder First Edition starts the number of skill points equal to 2 plus their intelligence modifier.
I'm
Per
at
level.
24 of 89 updating.
And then it says at first level you also multiply this by 4 to account for increased skill points for a first level character. So the formula is 2 plus 4 is 8 times 4, 32. So there's 32 points to spend. I'll spend them for you real quick, buddy.
Oh, it's supposed to be 4 instead of 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the correct amount of skills selected. I just don't have 4 points in them.
You shouldn't have had
I
to
put
select
1 in
any.
each.
They should have just come up with... Any
sure-
that's not a class skill is twice as expensive to buy, too, Tim.
Yeah, but are you sure you didn't do the math wrong there? Like, is intelligence modifier times 4 or the?
It's 2 plus 4 times 4.
Right. Well,
So 6. Oh, so it's not 32. It's times 4, so it's 24. Because it's
2 plus 4.
2
Yeah,
plus 4
but
is 6 times 4.
I
6
was
times 4 is
reading.
24.
I was reading the character creation thing when I did my skills, so I'm pretty sure they're right.
They're
Okay.
wrong. I just looked it up.
I'll double check. I'll double check them though.
It
I'll Google
says
check them.
an alchemist in Pathfinder First Edition starts with skill points equal to 2 plus their intelligence modifier. His intelligence modifier is 4, so that's 6 times 4 for first level. And then every level after he just gets 6. But the starter level he gets 24. And you spent 9. So
And you can go, but you can put up to 4 points in a skill, right?
no, you can't have higher than your hit dice amount of hit dice, and you only have 1 hit die. So you can only anyone that has 2 dots next to it that's a class skill you can get for 1 point. Anyone that has 1 dot next to it is 2 points to get a rank in. So you just have to.
Oh, wait. I did that wrong then. What? How is that? It says I only spent 12, so I didn't know they cost different.
Yours, you don't have as many as him though, because you had 2 plus. Yours was 2 plus 1, so it's 3, and it was times 4, so you got 12. Yours, that's it. Fighters get less skills than alchemists.
Sure.
because your focus has been on stuff that applies to you. Like, look, you have animal handling, intimidate, acrobatics, bluff, appraise, and climb. All things you would need. Ride, stealth. You put it out in there. Stealth is not a class skill though, so it should have cost 2.
Yeah, so I put 1 in there and it didn't count it as 2.
Maybe it doesn't count 2. I guess maybe the machine doesn't do it, but I'm pretty sure that it costs double to buy outside of your class skill, or otherwise, why would class skills matter? Let me ask the certain GPT. Oh, the difference. Okay, that's right. So no, it doesn't cost more. The difference is if it's a class skill, you get a +3 bonus on that as well.
Yeah.
So if you look at your totals, you have 1 rank in acrobatics. It's not a class skill, but you have a +4 in your dex, Eric. So that gives you +5. But then you have a intelligence.
I thought I did my skill right.
You didn't do. You don't. You have more. You have
And then I get another skill for being a human. Yeah.
So then you get 25 total skill points then. Or you could get an extra hit point instead of an extra skill point. Hey, 1,000 likes, you guys. Thanks. I know this isn't all y'all's jam necessarily because I usually play a lot of Fortnite, but I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. It's different, but it's just it's what I get down on. So.
What you got to do? You should have stuff going on in the background while we're doing this. You got to make the stream interesting.
What do you want?
Zap it up. Did you make the 3D spinning stuff yet?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to do that. It's your job. We have to do it together.
What do you mean you don't know how to do that? You don't know how to take a picture of something in a circle?
Mm-mm.
So imagine this. You have
no.
a two-dimensional world.
No.
Okay, so
not right now. That's not what we're doing.
That's flat. Okay.
That's not what we're doing. Are you in Fantasy Grounds yet, Eric?
32 of 89.
Oh, so no. Here, I can just add your skills in here for you. You haven't picked a bunch. Yeah, you've only picked 9. You get 24. You're an alchemist, so you probably want one in here. Let's see. Craft skill, you got it. Okay, craft skill, you would probably have one in there. One in there. You'd have one in here because it's a class skill. Right? One in there because it's a class skill. One in there. One in there. Might as well. Give you a profession real quick too.
I think I would be a good groupie. You know what I'm saying?
You can have a little bit in everything because you have so many points to spend. You're just basically a point monster.
I can spend that many points.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, if he has more skills, so I guess that makes sense. Maybe. I have a lot of skills too, I think. It seems like a lot.
I know some stuff.
I've only spent 19 and we haven't even taken everything. You want additional languages? Anything like that?
Maybe. It might be useful.
Intimidate.
I'll have to look it up. I'll fine tune it here at some point.
What language
I'll get
would
all
you want?
stuff made.
You're going to get 4 languages anyway because of your intelligence score. Yeah, like that.
I seem really smart.
I seem really smart. Well, you are.
I just, I've came a long way since driving that wagon off that bridge
With Dad, but
with my fiance in the back.
That's not what happened. That's a dream you had of another story, another person's life. You're plagued with visions. All the people you couldn't save.
She didn't die. She just hates me. She just hates me now. Yeah, it was there wasn't water. It was like a bridge into a creek. You know what I'm saying? It was,
No, no, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying even a little bit, buddy.
that's my backstory. That is my backstory. Okay, when I was young, okay, I fell in. I started idolizing this bard in
No,
the city.
why are
Okay,
you why are
and it
you
just
doing this? Why are you doing this?
it
This is not
escalated from
real.
there. It escalated from
It
there,
didn't. This is not what
and
happened.
I started stalking him.
Never
One of
happened.
my first
You've
alchemy
got one more point, a
experiences,
few
I
more
dyed
points.
my hair
You can take a
blonde
skill
like
point. You take
his.
just the one skill point instead of one hit point.
Yeah, skill point.
Oh, linguistics isn't available. I forgot. Um,
You know, that's it.
I guess we can do handle animal. Oh, that's not available either.
I'm gonna need. We'll probably just tie on another craft skill. We'll put some more craft skills in there.
Oh well, I mean, I've got one in every one right now that's available that you can take, and you still have two left.
No, that's true. That's not right. Like I said, I'll dig through it. I'll find. I'm sure there's some stuff in the books. There's enough Pathfinder books. I'll find something. I don't know why you're hating on my backstory. Everybody comes from somewhere. Everybody comes from somewhere. I don't have any other good ideas for my character. I like to get weird with it. Those are my two options. Either I'm weird or I'm like a farmer from Indiana.
That's good. Let's do that.
That's literally the character in my other Savage Worlds game. I'm literally a 70-year-old farmer from Indiana, a dairy farmer.
And you just happen to fall out.
My name's Otis Johnson. I prayed to Jesus one game, and my dice exploded, like when I hit you on that one game, and then I kind of became a paladin. So now I'm like a 70-year-old Indiana dairy farmer paladin. Makes it a little Ricky Bobby. I do it for baby Jesus. Tell you that much.
That
I
is
get
100%
that there
true.
sudden drawing there. I'm talking like I say,
So
just doing
true.
it like that there. I tell you that all day long. I tell you that, you're tired of hearing it. I could be a goblin. I could be a good goblin. That would be fun. I do a good voice.
Oh, you don't have to spend all your skill points immediately, though, since you don't get as many at later levels. You can,
Oh my
you can
god.
sit on some.
Oh my god. Dane's trying to run this Pathfinder game. He doesn't even know the rules.
I was just double checking
Don't
the
even
rules,
know
you
the
turd.
rules. You don't even know the rules.
You don't know the rules.
You don't know the rules.
I don't know the rules.
I got a theater in my mind. I don't need no damn rules.
Right, I mean, to be fair, I don't know the rules. It's fine.
I don't need no dang rules, Tell you that much.
Trying to find some more stuff here. Oh, here we go.
So we're starting out at what? With 5 mystic levels? Just getting into it right away.
All right, you guys ready for this? I'm gonna bust it out. I'm gonna bust it out real good here. Short work. I'm gonna do short work. Are you ready?
53 of 89, baby.
You're almost there. By the time you get there, we'll be done. All right, you guys. So imagine the screen opens up and there's like haunting, like music. We hear the echo of bells and the whisper of the wind through the abandoned streets of the town. The camera pans slowly over the darkened, mist-shrouded landscape where the crumbling ruins of what once was the Nomenclature Institute, now only known as the ruins of the Institute, loom against a blood-red sky. In an age long forgotten, a world of unimaginable power was torn asunder by a cataclysm so great it shattered the very fabric of reality. The gods fell silent, their names lost to time and magic once revered, condemned as a curse. Civilizations crumbled, continents merged in violent upheaval, and the world as it was known ceased to exist. So the camera shifts over and reveals this large walled city. It has edge of dark and treacherous sea, towering walls rising monoliths scarred by time and magic, old, crusty walls of Sumner. Now, in the twilight of a broken age, only fragments of that lost power remain. In the heart of this ruined world lies the last great stronghold of humanity. Sumner, a city built on the bones of an ancient empire, here behind towering walls meant to keep out the horrors of the wilds. The people struggle to survive under the shadow of a queen no one ever sees. Magic is hunted, darkness festers in every corner, and the balance of light and dark hangs by a thread. So take a look at the decayed streets of Sumner, where ragged citizens move around under flickering lanterns. A distant explosion rocks, sending people scattering as strange lights dance across the skies. But in the shadows of this crumbling city, something stirs. An underground resistance. Mages who dare to reclaim the forbidden magic of the old world. It's beginning to form. Whispers of a rebellion! Fill the air as forgotten powers awaken, and among the chaos a small band of unlikely heroes is drawn together. Their fates intertwined by secrets that stretch back to the dawn of the cataclysm. Tonight the journey begins. They will face horrors beyond imagining, uncover truths long buried. Let's see. They'll confront a threat that could consume all of existence in a world where hope is fragile, and the line between hero and horror blurs. Will they rise from the challenge of the shadows, or will they too be consumed by darkness? Dun-dun-dun-dun. This is a tale of survival and unforgotten magic, and a thin thread of freight that binds it all together. Welcome, adventurers, to the world of all of you, and to the story of Sumner's fall or its salvation. Dun-dun-dun-dun. But yeah, something like that.
Now, is it Sumner or is it Sumner?
Yeah, it depends on if you go to the original Elven naming of it, or if you go back to after that and hear the human version. Sumner if you're human, it's Sumner if you're an elf. Is that helpful?
We're going to eradicate the elves.
Oh my god.
I'm now racist against elves.
No, you're not.
Fucking dagger bitches.
Put a coin in the jar. Come on, buddy. Come on.
I don't remember if that's on the list of appropriate PG-13 words or not.
It's not.
It might be. It might be.
It is not.
I know shit's okay.
It's also not. Here, another quarter for the jar here.
No, it's only words that have a sexual overture to them are not PG-13.
Alright, so the air in Sumner is thick with tension, a tension that clings the city like the ever-present mist. The Festival of Remembrance is in full swing, and yet there's a sense of unease beneath the festivities. You find yourselves drawn here, some of you by duty, such as, whatever dude's name is, Eldrick. Others by fate, enter Brother Louver, and some by sheer chance, Alwyn. Yet each of you know that the city holds many secrets, more secrets than it lets on. Each of you describe your characters at this time. So it'll be Brother Lever, a dashing, scrawny imp of a man who likes to mix potions together and make magic happen through science, which is legal, right? And then, in the distance, a low rumble shakes the ground, and an explosion near the heart of the city. Festival goers scream and tear as strange lights flicker in the city sky. This time, the time for revelry is over. Something darker has taken root in Sumner, and your paths are about to converge in a way none of you could have foreseen. As the smoke clears, your eyes meet across the chaos. Each of you now standing on the precipice of an unknown fate. Your destinies intertwined by ancient forces that still pulse beneath the surface of this haunted city. What will you do, and where will this dark path lead?
So something just exploded in the city?
Yeah, that's gonna be the opening scene, like when we actually start playing. But we might have some other interactions once we have everybody here. So yeah, I got the first little bit kind of weird.
Twitch uses ESRB. You're basically good.
Yeah, but TikTok doesn't.
Oh, TikTok. Let me see which one TikTok uses. Because there's ESRB and there's Peggy. I searched for TikTok or Twitch, not TikTok. Let me see.
What about YouTube? Can't ignore them.
No, YouTube is probably Peggy also. I'll send you over the Peggy stuff.
I don't know what that is.
Well, we're gonna learn.
Pretty busy. Because yeah, Tim. So because there is an explosion, but like I'm gonna have you guys positioned to where things are happening. You'll be much closer to the explosion than across the city. That was just a quick intro. I worked up off my all the work I put in towards right now. Let's just kind of get it to where it is.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's the initial concept I'm looking at come here in the next, I don't know, 90 days, maybe less.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It really just
I'm
depends.
about it.
We have everybody's character made. I just have to put in work for some stuff, and I have a lot to
Are we gonna do we want to play other stuff until then? Until you're ready to start?
Are you going to run a vampire game?
Oh my god, do you want to play a vampire game? I don't think I have any of the vampire books on. I was gonna run Dungeon Crawl Classics.
We can discuss it. I don't know. I might take the next 2 weeks off.
Well, that's 14 of 90 days.
It's a pretty good step in the right direction, though. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting started sooner. I just have to put a bunch of stuff together. Like I've been building. The 27th, I get my this tool I bought that helps me to organize the campaign with the pictures and stuff I have. So if I can get that hooked in here, it'll be nice to do.
Have you ever tried Google Docs? You just make a document, and if you put the words in there, it'll stay there forever. Mm-hmm. I use ChatGPT, and I just say, ChatGPT, tell me this. Have you figured out how to upload the stuff and make your own GPTs on there?
What do you mean?
Okay, so instead of you going in and being like, hey, ChatGPT, here's all this information, you can put it in a text document, and you can just be like, this is all of the information, and then you can, on the top left, you can upload that into a GPT that just has that as its information base. So you can be like, you can give it a prompt where you're like, okay, you're going to look at daneinfo.txt, and this is all of the information from my Pathfinder game. Use this and turn it into an actual Pathfinder campaign, and it'll just load through all of your information and shell it out.
Yeah, no, I haven't figured that out yet.
It's useful at times, but it can also be a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah, I've mostly just been having it feed me questions to help me suss stuff out. So I just say here's what I'm doing, and I say I want to figure out, I want to continue to build the different aspects of this and getting everything linked together, keep track of it for me, and then ask me question one after another until we have all the questions answered and any follow-up questions that pertain. And I just kind of keep answering questions and having it summarize what we've come up with so far.
Right.
So I'm trying to incorporate some from the old world into this, and I've got some plans. I just want to fart around and find out. It'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. It'll be interesting to have the three of you in here playing and not like 6 people playing. It's going to be a huge weight off of me not having to keep track of 6 people's needs, wants, and experiences. And it's a lot of people to run a game for, especially every week with as much as we play.
Yeah. I just if you don't like the idea of Stanley, I'm going to need a new concept for this character.
All right. Well, we got the alchemist there. That's a good step in the right direction.
But who is the alchemist?
You are, right?
I had all the stuff there in front of me. I knew who he was. I knew what he had done, where he'd been. But it wasn't good enough.
It was not, indeed. All right, guys. Well, I won't hold you up all night tonight. I figured we were not playing the actual game. We could at least chat about the Pathfinder a little bit. We didn't go over a ton, I know, Tim, but I mean, it's really pretty the same. The biggest thing to look up is just combat maneuver defense and combat maneuver defense or bonus.
Okay.
Just if you look those two things up, that's the major difference. That and they changed, your dex save and your wisdom save and your con save to be fortitude, reflex, and where the other one was.
Will,
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Really, otherwise it's basically D&D just with a lot more bonuses available and like
Okay.
ways to build your character weird.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. Well, I appreciate you. I'm gonna get out of here and go get some chill time in before I work all week.
All right,
Have
man.
fun.
Bye.
Have a good week.
I have a week off work, pretty much.